and now we are going to New York because we've got Glenn in the building. Glenn.
Hello. Good evening, Robbie.
Good evening. Good morning.
No, it's not good morning till I go to sleep. I'm really thrilled to be on your list up. We're running out of guests. Who the hell can we get? Thank you.
No, it's not like that. I've got more.
But no, seriously, I'm honored. I'm really honored to help you raise money to get troops to stop making family videos. It's a worthwhile cause. It really needs to be done. So thank you.
No, listen, Glenn, always a pleasure to have you on, man. How's things been over there in New York?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? It's during the day, it's the same as always. There's a million people out during the day now. At night, it's when people disappear. The really hard part, as I told you last time I talked to you, is being stuck in the house with my family. It's 3:45 in the morning here. They're all sleeping upstairs nicely. I'm downstairs. They're sleeping upstairs like coy little snakes ready to suck the life out of me when they wake up in a few hours. But that's the most painful thing. As a matter of fact, dude, I know that everybody's coming on here and la la la, I'm doing well and I love my family. I can't stand my family anymore. I cannot take this is some of the most painful thing I've ever done, and I've listened to Crucial Robbie music, so I'm dying here. I'm dying.
So what you should just say there, though, but in New York during the day, people are still out and about. There's not. Ain't you supposed to be in lockdown?
Yeah, we're supposed to be in lockdown. Just go out if you have to. They're everywhere. I go out when I have to get supplies, and I swear now it's like 95% of the people, they're wearing masks, but they're stupid as shit. I went to the bagel store the other day, right? Everybody's wearing masks, and up front, at the front of the counter, they're all in like this rugby scrum talking to each other. It's like, how much is the mask going to help you if you're 2 feet away from somebody? I was way across the other way. People are so dumb. This is another true story, Robbie. I swear. I don't wish ill on anybody, okay? But some people you can't help. And here's my example from 1 week ago, okay? I was in the pizza place picking up a couple pizzas. The woman in front of me had a mask on. I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. I get my stuff. She's already out in her car. So I'm bringing my 2 pizzas out. She has her mask off, and she's licking her fingers as she's eating whatever the hell she bought. The fingers that were on the counter, on the money. Some people you can't save. And I don't mean to be mean. I don't wish ill on anybody. But it just drives me crazy. That's all.
And you know what? The interesting thing about it, Glenn, right? Talking, we've had a couple of guests on this morning from China, and they're sort of coming out of it now, right? Talking to them, they're starting to come out of it and that. And what every single one of them said is the importance of being disciplined with this thing. If you're disciplined in the time of the lockdown, you will come out of it, because the cases do sort of die away and then they have it under control, and they're like, you can come out, you can have a mask on, and they're just taking your temperature, but things are starting to return to normal there. And if people don't stick to, the social distancing rules and the lockdown rules and stuff, it's just going to go on longer, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's 2 things you got to remember. Be safe and be smart. That's all you got to remember. I heard that you have 5-on-5 pickup games, football games going on in the park right now, which surprised. Is that true, or was that just a joke?
Well, Claude said that he was. Let me get Claude in there. Because I know you. I know you always talk about it. There's Claude there. Claude was saying that the other day he went out to the shops and he saw some guys playing a game of football, a 4-a-side football game. And Claude's solution to that is that we should get the army out on the road and they should shoot on sight. And I think you're the type of guy to agree with that.
Is that true, Claude, or did they reopen the liquor stores there? What's going on? Is that true?
No, I'm in favour of the shoot on sight. Are you in favour of that? Shoot on sight. What do you think, Ben? I don't mean in your household either, Glenn, by the
I so admire. I know, Claude, you're genuinely miserable, but I so admire you being alone and guys like DT. Well, I don't know about DT. What is he sitting alone in his hot tub, farting and blowing the air up? Yeah, I saw Claude. My family's killing me. I thought you were coming over here. I was going to your place, and I told you can be with my wife too. And another problem fixed. Get your ass over here. I can't take it anymore. She's in love with you. Robbie, she saw him in that mental health video, and it's, Claude, whatever.
There you go, Claude. You've got admirers, mate. You've got admirers. Glenn, Arsenal. We heard that this week that Stan Kroenke is going to give the club a cash injection to help us to get us through these troubled times. But, you being a fan over there in the States, you know that he's also got a lot of commitments in America. He's got the LA Rams, he's got the Denver Nuggets, Colorado Rapids. It must be quite a tough time for him, because he's going to have to bail out all of these clubs.
Stan Kroenke is easy to figure out when he's lying. His lips are moving. That's how you know he's lying. It's an old joke, but it's true. Don't believe a word he says. This guy doesn't even go to games. Give me a break. He's like you, Robbie. He's bored. He flies to Dubai. I'm sorry, I shouldn't put you in the same because I love you, Robbie. But seriously, guys, don't believe a fucking word Kroenke says. Are we allowed to curse at 3:45 in the morning, Robbie? Too late, right?
Too late. So you're not buying it. You're not buying when he's saying that.
No, he'll give us a cash injection. He'll give us a different injection. Give me a break.
Oh well, that's interesting. So you're not trusting that?
No, not at all. Why would you trust anything that guy says? Seriously, Claude, do you believe him?
I don't think it's all Kroenke's fault. I think the recruitment's not underneath him hasn't been great either. He did give £72 million to this summer as well to get Pepe in. So it's not as if he hasn't given us money. He's given us money. If we've wasted it, it's not his fault. He's given us the money and we've wasted it on Xhaka, Mustafi, players like that. He's given them the money, but it's been wasted.
Okay. Claude, did you ever see the movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Because I can't believe you stuck up for him. I don't think you're Claude. Who are you? Did you fall asleep? Did the pod replace you? Did the pod replace you?
I think it's too easy. It's too easy just to blame Kroenke because I think any owner that comes in is going to be. There's no guarantee they're going to do any different. It's too easy to blame him because if he's given the money, it's also you've got to look at the recruitment. Okay, he brings the recruitment people in. You've got to remember his knowledge of football is he's just an investor into the club at the end of the day. His knowledge of the game is zero, and he's got to put a lot of trust in the people in the recruitment staff. And I've got to say with Gazidis, and I'm not 100% sure about these latest characters that we've got in. Haven't really brought the right players in, have they? Gazidis has failed. When he's coming, he's brought the wrong players in. He told Wenger, he put that thing. What was it? That stat thing that he gave to Arsene Wenger, trust in this stat thing, and we ended up with Xhaka instead of Kante. So sometimes it's just not. You can't just keep blaming the bloke. Can't keep blaming the owner. Sometimes you've got to look underneath the owner as well.
Okay, I understand that and I respect that. It's how you look at it. For me, I like an owner that goes to a game once in a while and it doesn't feel like the team is just a toy to him, a little money toy. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about. But I do respect your opinion, Claude.
Yes, that's down to the people that sold him the shares in the first place. At the end of the day, he's not being secretive on that. He didn't say he was going to. He cares about the club. He came in.
To me, I'm with Glenn, man. I'm with Glenn. If you don't care, what's the point in having it? Go Go and have something else.
Well, then you've got to blame the people that sold in the shares.
No, but you know, I've got to blame him now. I've got that was many years ago, right? He's now had the club for a long time. If you're not interested in it, don't bother to have it. That would be what I'd say. Glenn, just give us some last words there. We're coming to the end of the stream.
Yeah, thank you, Robbie. I wanted to ask you with the last words is I can't tell how you feel about maybe football being back in June. Last time I talked to you, I talked about, the players and anybody else involved at the stadium being tested, and you seemed a little iffy about it. I watched you on and off today. You still seem a little bit iffy. I feel we're getting it back in June. I do.
I think I can't see it in June. I can't. If it does come back in June, it's going to be, I think any football that comes back is likely to be behind closed doors. That's not going to be very good either. But I don't know. I think June's too optimistic. If anything, maybe July, especially after talking to those guys from China today, maybe July, but I can't see it in June. But Glenn, thank you very much for coming on today, mate. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll be talking back to you soon. I'm gonna get you on one of our week shows because it's always great to have you on, mate. Thank you very much.
That would be awesome.
Glenn,
all right, cheers, mate. Thank you.
The coronavirus has not just affected the world of football, but has affected everybody. But you know what? We can defeat it. If you're displaying any of the symptoms, always make sure that you self-isolate. I know it's a terrible time, but we will defeat the coronavirus. We will be back.